Yes. Hello everyone. Welcome to Exampur. I hope you're doing well. So please do hurry up, join the session. Divya, Dimpy, Anil, Gautam, Farida. Very good afternoon. So once request, please do share the session as well. Yes. So basically today's session we are going to deal with a very important topic regarding your geography is concerned. The topic is about uh, the Arctic region. Arctic region means we can say the polar region. A polar region we have a two region. That is a Arctic region or second one is Antarctic region. Okay. So please do let me know. Am I audible and visible? Am I audible and visible? I think picture and voice. Is it clear or not? I think everything is clear. So yes, Silky Soumya, very good afternoon. So let's start the session without any further delay. Okay, thank you so much. Audible and visible. Yes, Simran. Very good afternoon. Okay, so the topic is about the in the editorial. I think it's a little bit old. Yes, fine. Editorial analysis, and the topic is the Arctic Arctic region. Okay, why Arctic region is in the news? So yes, crystal clear. Okay, thank you so much. So why Arctic region is in the news? What happens basically in this session? We are going to deal with this particular topic, and this particular topic which basically comes under the GS paper 1 geography. So first of all, I will be dealing with the GS paper 1 and geography part. Okay. Now let's take a brief overview of what I am going to deal with this particular session. So first I will be dealing with the context part. Why this particular topic is in the news. So first I will be dealing with the context part. Context part. Second one is what's the importance of the Arctic region? Okay, Vivek, very good afternoon. Gauri Samant. Context, and next one is the importance or significance. Simply, we can say importance, significance, benefit, advantage. All these keywords are same. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon, Loni Mohanty. Context, and next is importance or significance. Importance, importance or significance or advantage. Next, uh, is there any challenges, or we can say, what are the challenges basically the Arctic region which is right now facing? So challenges, what are the challenges? Okay, any government initiative or government steps with respect to Arctic region? Yes, Himadri and others are there. Ruhi, very good afternoon. I'm fine, and how are you? Just a second. Stay here. Challenges, and next one is a way forward. Okay, what should be the way forward? Okay, a way forward. So yes, in the context part, first I will be dealing with the context part. Why this topic is in the news? Basically, what happens? Basically, what happens? Right? In the first of all, I we will go through the concept part first of all, because before explaining the context part, I will be go through the concept part. So basically, the topic is about the Arctic region. Okay, Arctic region. So what happens? Suppose this is the Earth. Okay, elliptical Earth. Okay, so this portion, and this portion, basically we call a polar region or pole. Okay, polar region or simply pole. Okay, same thing here. PR. But the North Pole, that is the North Pole and South Pole. So the North Pole, which basically called as an Arctic region. This region is called as the Arctic region. Arctic region. And this one is Antarctic region. Antarctic region. Okay. Now the question is about the North Pole. That means Arctic region. So you already know about in the polar region, in the polar side, the temperature is very low. Basically, the temperature is below 0 degree. Okay, or same thing is here Antarctic region. But what about the Antarctic region? In the Antarctic region, there are lots of resources, lots of we can say the flora and fauna, basically, which is habitual in the uh, Iceland. Okay, so there are so many animals or the plants which basically survive in the Iceland, or the we can say in the very low temperature. Okay, but why this topic is in the news? Okay, so this topic is in the news because right now, context in the context in the context the uh, glacier or the ice right now, if we just analyze couple of year, suppose couple of decade, suppose in the 2000 to 2010 or 2011 to 20, this 2 decade, uh, we are observing that the glacier is melting very fast, very rapidly. So that's why this topic is in the news. Okay, yes. So why this now? Because this topic maybe come in, maybe may come into the last month, last year, because there are right now, this is observing that uh, the melting of the ice is very fast or very rapidly. That's why it is in the news. Okay, so the context, because the melting ice, the melting of the ice, melting melting of Iceland. Okay, this is very fast. Fast means arrow up. Okay, why? Okay, so yes, we got the reason of why, or we got the context part why this topic is in the news. Now, what is the importance of the Arctic region for India as well as the other nations, or is it simply we can say for the global world? Okay, so why? So what are the importance of this particular topic or Arctic region? So this is uh, a very important part. Now, what happens? Some basic terms I think you should know about. Littoral. Okay, littoral. So what does it means? What does it means? Littoral means littoral. Littoral means basically suppose we use the word littoral states or littoral nations, or we can say littoral states. Simple. Littoral states. That means in the Arctic region, some nations which is basically surrounded with the Arctic region, that nations or that country which basically we called as the Arctic, or sorry, littoral states, means nearby country or nearby states of Arctic region, basically we called as a littoral state. Okay. Now come to the importance part. Now come to the importance part. What is the importance of the Arctic region? Okay. Importance if we just categorize in terms of the sub dimension like economic dimension, like environmental significance or importance. If we just talking about the economic significance, what is the economic importance, just we try to categorize in this way. Okay, so first in the economic economic significance or importance, or simply we can say significance, significance, significance. Okay, so in the economic significance, first first you know that there is numbers of mineral resources and hydrocarbons. Okay, so there are number of mineral resources are there, resources are there, first thing. Next thing is the hydrocarbons. I will explain this one. And hydrocarbon, hydrocarbon. Okay, what happens basically here, definitely we can find the coal, yes, coal, gypsum. Okay, coal, gypsum, diamonds, we can say they have a example, coal. Yes, coal are there, but not in very huge amount or huge now abundant in. So coal, uh, gypsum, gypsum, diamond, diamond. You can ask, sir, why you are writing this example? Yes, this thing may be importance for your prelims perspective, because UPSC prelims right now asking such kind of statement, we are making such kind of statement like yes, Arctic region which is have a rich deposit of the coal, gypsum, diamond. There is one option like coal, and now you can think, yes, the polar region which is basically uh, covered by white of ice, we can say ice of, simply we can say. So there is no possibility of coal deposit. Yes, maybe you might be thinking about this, but yes, coal are there. So coal, gypsum, diamond, rich materials are basically we can find. This is a gypsum, I think. Gy gypsum, yes. So this one. Now gold are there. Apart from this, gold, zinc, lead are there. Apart from this, gold, zinc. Now this is fine. So first thing is rich materials, mineral resources, hydrocarbons are there. So first thing, first point is, so for the economic perspective, Arctic region is very very important for your economic perspective. Okay. Now move to the next point, that is the in the economic part. Uh, Scientists or there some scholars sometimes said that yes, 30% of the natural gas or natural oil, sorry, natural oil which is found in the Arctic region, but yet it is not explored till now. So but yes, 30% are there, but we are not able to explore of such kind of natural gases or natural oil. So we have a uh, natural natural oil, that is 30%, yet not explored, yet not explored. Okay, that is the next point. So after that, someone sometime we usually say India is the third largest natural gas or oil consuming or energy consuming in the world, or third largest importing. importing oil or energy in the world. Means consuming, we are in this 13 positions, and for importing, again we are in 13 position. So we can say yes, this data is very important for your mains perspective, because when you just write any answer with the question about the Arctic region, you can use this data as well. So uh, India, about India, third in position, of the consuming net energy, in terms of oil, okay. Oil means not sarso, means sunflower. We I mean to say petroleum, okay, petroleum. So consuming energy. And next one is the third, again, is importing energy. Energy means oil, okay. So India is third in position. Yes, there is some importance. So demand is more. When demand is more, consumption is more. Means consumption is more means demand is more, okay. So both are inverse, not inversely, directly proportional. So yes, and when if any disruptions, in the demand of the, or we can say supply of the petroleum or energy products, definitely it will impact in our economy or other economies as well. Recently, OPEC country, I think, to yesterday news, OPEC country recently decided that yes, about 2 million, I think, not 2 million, 2,000. I hope so. I'm not uh, accurate about the data, but about something million about the petroleum products. The OPEC country decided to cut off the supply of the petroleum products. OPEC, you know about the oil production countries, so they decided to cut off the oil productions. So yes, definitely it will impact the other economies who basically depend on the uh, energy of petroleum products. So India also impact, okay. So India third positions in consuming energy and importing energy. This is the third point. Next point is the uh, yes, what happens, Pratiksha, very good afternoon. What happens basically, if uh, India's energy security is concerned? If we just consider, yes, Arctic region is very much important for India's energy fulfillment, because India right now imported oil or petroleum from Arab nations, sometime somehow Russia, somehow USA for shale gas. So Arctic region may be a new source to fulfill India their energy requirement. So yes, this is the next point, that is India's India's energy energy security. Basically, Arctic region maybe a mm, we can say the future opportunities or future gateway for energy security. Okay, so this is basically new gateway. Okay, new not gateway, new resource point. Okay, new resource point. Okay, so this is all about the economic significance. Now come to the next, that is geographical significance. What are the geographical significance? So in the geographical significance, I just change the slide. In the geographical, in the geographical significance, in the geographical significance, we have a first thing, what are the geographical significance? Basically, world's ocean current merge with the polar region of Arctic, or again, if it may be warm current, it may be cold current. Okay, so the ocean current merge with the cold current, or we can say polar region. Okay, it may be warm current, it may be cold current. Okay, so with respect to the uh, circulations, I'm uh, I just briefly explain the term. Basically, I'm just not, I don't want to go to the deep of the geography part, but yes, in briefly, for the circulations of the we can say uh, the ocean current, okay, or the movement of the ocean current, we need we need of mergence we need of mergence of warm current and cold current. So yes, basically polar region play a very important role to for circulations of ocean current, or the movement of the ocean current with respect to warm current and the cold current. Okay, so yes, there is a importance role in circulation of ocean current. Ocean current. Okay, it may be warm, it may be cold current. Okay, next one is the uh, basically what happens in the geographical significance. The polar region or the Arctic region basically looks like a white because of the ice. Okay, and you already know about sunlight reflect the reflect from the white sheet or white we can say white plane. Okay, so when the sunlight hit it to the ice sheet, all the sunlight reflected back. So basically it is the nature, because when the infrared just hit to the ice sheet, totally reflected, and it's just opposite for the black color. So yes, when the sunlight totally reflected, we can say totally reflected, yes, then the warmness or the melting of the glacier cannot take place in that particular situation. So yes, we can say the ice sheet ice sheet acts acts as a reflector reflector. Okay, acts as a reflector. So it is also very important for your for our not your for global warming, because global warming may be intensified when the absorption of the sunlight, which is when it is more, when it is a very high in amount, high in number, then definitely global warming looks like very we can say very big. Okay, so ice sheet acts as a reflector. Basically, it protect our environment, atmosphere as well. Okay, so ice sheet is all about. Now uh, move to the next point, that is a geopolitical significance. You know the term geopolitical? Yes. Geopolitical means geo plus political. Every nation, every country has some significance with respect to the with respect to geography, with respect to the yes, with respect to the geography. And when the political relations with respect to the geography is concerned, suppose India and Nepal are there. Nepal has water resources. Okay, Nepal has a numbers of rivers and waterways. But when China come to the front and they just uh, come to the fronts and do some bilateral relationship with some treaty and agreement are there, because between Nepal and China, because of the in Nepal has the lots of rivers and water resources. Water resource, that is geography part. Okay, so when China interested, looks like interested with the Nepal, that means we can say there is some geopolitical relations are there. Okay, so in the next part, that is the geopolitical relation. In the geopolitical political significance, significance, geopolitical significance. So in this part, first thing, the the basically what happens, the melting Arctic region basically intensified the interest of numbers of countries in the Arctic region. What happens? Every country, basically China, usually we can say that the BRI project, means Border Road Initiative project of the China. China in this project just uh, set up or establish the connectivity with different nations or different continent with via road, railways, and sea route. But China again, the scholars or the scientists or the experts usually say that yes, yeah, China again is trying to reach to the Arctic region through the, we can say, the east of the Russia part. So this is basically called in China's third BRI's target to Arctic region. So yes, for this purpose, India's uh, enrichment to the Arctic region is very important, and India's geopolitical significance, because Arctic region have you know about the mineral resources are there, you know about the uh, wild animals which can basically survive in the very low temperature. Those are there. Okay, fish are there. Some plants which basically survive in the cold region also there. So in this whole scenario, China just want to explore something the Arctic region. So to counter the China in the Arctic region, India needs to step up with uh, some robust policy with respect to the Arctic region. Yes, India cannot do alone, but the like-minded countries come to the front and with India, and in this way, the groups or the India can do something more what India and counter against China. What China has some uh, intention to harm the Arctic region, because you already know about China again uh, for fishing or for fishing in China in the Pacific Ocean, or Indo-Pacific Ocean. China's presence is very we can say aggressive in nature. So that's why for the geopolitical significance, India more needs to be done with respect to the Arctic region is concerned. Okay. So first thing I would like to write here the countering China, China, countering China in Arctic region, in Arctic region. Okay. Next point is the uh, next point is the just a second. Uh, Next point is basically what happens for geopolitical reason. Uh, the littoral states, that means the neighboring states or the country around the Arctic region, China wants to influence those states or those countries, because China already basically know about, yes, these states basically when they influenced with China's policy, definitely those nations can help to China with respect to the Arctic region. So in this perspective, India first of all step up more uh, impactful, or we can say robust policy with respect to the Arctic region. So here I just want to one thing for about the significance. Yes, uh, trust and cooperation, trust and cooperation, trust and cooperation with with littoral states with India. Okay, of India. So India's uh, needs to more cooperate with the littoral states, or just gain a confidence from the littoral states. That is a geopolitical significance. Okay, now move to the next significance, that is the environmental significance. Yes, definitely, if the question is being asked in this particular topic, you are well enough to write something, not something more about this topic. Okay, if you understand basically what happens in the Arctic region, there is no any different dimensions. It's like Arctic region, the presence of different countries, how India can get benefited from the Arctic region, and what are the presence of the other countries, how India can counter China's presence uh, through the Arctic region, what are the challenges right now which is associated with this Arctic region, India right now, how India can help the other nations, as well as to uh, we can say just utilize the resources in the Arctic region, and what will be the way forward. That's it. Okay, so this is the next. Now move on the next. Uh, Next is environmental reason. Environmental significance. Mental significance. Significance. Environmental significance. Okay. So here you can write first point. The uh, Arctic Himalayan link. What is this? Yes. So first I will write here Arctic Himalayan link. Okay. So what does it means? Basically, what happens? Himalaya region. Basically, we can call the not can call. We call a third pole. One pole is polar Arctic region. Second is Antarctic, and usually we call the Himalayan region as a third pole. Okay, because you know that Himalayan region also having a low temperature as the Arctic region. Himalayas region is very much similar to the Arctic region. So what the policy which is going to implement in the Arctic region, same policy which is we can implement in the Himalayan region. Okay, so that's why there is some linkage in the Arctic region and the Himalayan region. So what happens in the Himalayan region, in the Arctic or Himalayan region, if there is some interconnected in terms of governance, in terms of mitigations, in terms of climate change, in terms of environmental concerns, in terms of atmosphere. Yes, we have a similar concerns with respect to the Arctic or Himalayan region. So you know one thing about the uh, Himadri Research Base, which is basically located in the Arctic region. Okay, Himadri Research Base. Okay, for example, Himadri Research Base. Okay, same research which can be conducted in the Himalayan region. Okay, Seifu. Good afternoon, Seifu. So this is the environmental significance. Are you getting my point? I think this thing is clear to all. Okay. Okay. So fine. Now come to the next point, that is the challenges. What are the challenges which is associated with this Arctic region? Okay. So now move to the next, that is the Arctic challenges. Challenges. Okay. So yes. So first thing, the main and the important challenge with respect to the Arctic region, the Arctic amplification. What is Arctic amplification? Amplification basically when the suppose let's say the temperature, okay, or when the temperature increase drastically or very rapidly in very short duration of time. That is amplification. Okay. So Arctic amplification means the temperature, which is we can say the climate due to the climate change, due to the global warming, the melting of the ice or the glacier in the Arctic region, which is right now we are witnessing a very fast and very rapid in manner. So we can say the first and the very important challenge, that is the Arctic amplification. Amplification. Arctic amplification, that is the first and very important challenges with respect to the Arctic region. And what about the one word which is basically come to my mind? That is one word is permafrost. Sorry, yes, permafrost. Permafrost, like this one. Permafrost. What is permafrost? Permafrost is basically a land, or we can say Iceland. Okay, Iceland, or we can say something. Permafrost basically land, but there is a very freeze temperature. Very freeze temperature are there, and very we can say the looks like the ice or looks like the very glacier land. Simple, we can say the glacier land. Okay, glacier land. I mean, just writing a land. Land means the plain area. Okay, the plain area which is we having a very low temperature, having very freeze temperature, that is we can call a permafrost. Okay, so Arctic amplification, the permafrost also get impacted because basically permafrost, when we call permafrost, that means a low temperature or land areas, or when the glaciers just melting down, then the land gets submerged in the we can say peak, or in peak, or we can say the small hilly parts. So Arctic amplifications have a great impact in our environment, in our we can say the little in with respect to the little states, and with respect to the flora and fauna, which is basically in the for the Arctic region. Okay, so yes, if you just write the one point, you just substitute with some data, some reasons, anything, having some point or some examples. So you just write, you cannot just write Arctic amplification, that's it. You cannot just write, just use other examples. You just you can say by the Arctic amplification there are numbers of challenges. Okay, yes, 0 degree for 2 or more than years. Yes, basically this is the land. Freeze temperature, freeze, I am using free, I am also I just used freeze temperature. Freeze means 0 degree. Okay, for 2 or more years. Okay, for 2 or more years. Yes, say for right, bilkul. So permafrost, glacier land, people we can say, that is the first point. Okay, next point, what will be the next point? So the next point is the rising sea level concern. Sea level concerns. Why why the rising sea level? Because of the global warming, because of the uh, climate change. Okay, so rising sea level, rising sea level. Okay, rising sea level concern, that is again a challenge due to the, you just substantiate you with the reason, with the impact, with the with the effect. So you can just write here the due to the due to global due to global warming or the climate change. I'm just writing short. So global warming and climate change. Okay, that's it. I'm just writing here in terms of when you just write in the mains. Okay, when you just write in the mains. Uh, yes, आइस पिघलेगा तो सी लेवल बढ़ेगा ही, बिल्कुल. Okay, so yes, definitely you can write, you write. So next point is the uh, a very important, that is a emerging race course. What is race course? Emerging race course. Emerging race course. A race course means every country. For example, we have a China. Okay, China basically started to explore the minerals resources in Arctic region, and China basically just we can say this is the part of your Build and Road initiative. Yes, China are there. For example, USA are there, and one very big player, that is Russia. Russia is very big player for the Arctic region. So Russia are there. So we have a numbers of players are there. So that's why we are using a race course, emerging race course with respect to Arctic region is concerned. Okay. So emerging race course are there. That is a third point in the challenges. Next point is the threat threat to biodiversity. Basically, you have heard about the white bear, who basically can survive in the freeze temperatures, or we can say the Iceland, or we can say the polar region. Okay, so the emerging race course. Next point is the threat threat to biodiversity. Biodiversity. Okay, that is the next point. And for example, we have a polar bear. Okay, you can just write here, for example, polar means polar bear. Polar bear. I'm not, I will not say the extinct in position, yes, but yes, endangered in positions. Polar bears are there. And next we have a fish species. Not all fishes, some fishes who can survive in the a very low temperature, or we can say in the Arctic region. Those fish also get we can say reduced in the Arctic region because of the global warming, because of the melting of glaciers. Okay, so yes, and this ultimately disrupt the food web. Food web means suppose some uh, uh, primary animals are there. Okay, primary, secondary, tertiary animals that basically we who consume the if suppose primary animals are there who consume the secondary animals, that is a food web. It impacted the food web as well. So yes, we can use the final and last point, impact the food web. Food web. Okay, that is the next point. Okay, okay, now fine. Come to the next, that is the way forward. What will be the way forward? Okay, what will be the way forward? Okay, way forward means basically you just want to suggest some suggestions or some important measurement or some important steps with respect to the Arctic region. Okay, so what will be the way forward? What will be the way forward? So with respect to the way forward, first thing, basically with respect to the Arctic region, this will become an opportunity for India, because there are numbers of mineral resources, hydrocarbons are there, and for the natural gases yet which are yet not explored, for I think 30%, 30%, yes, 30% are there. So for India, having opportunity to explore the natural gases or natural oil, or to extract the mineral resources. So that's why we can say yes, India have an opportunity to uh, use these things in their interest. So we can use the term India's opportunity. India's opportunity. Opportunity in terms of mineral resources. In terms of mineral resources. Okay. In terms of natural, in terms of natural oil, in terms of governance, governance In terms of governance, yes, governance, because India are now, yes, in the positions right now, having a fifth largest economy in the world, and democratic nations, world second largest populations are there. So simply we can say India can governance, India can lead, India having leading power, okay, or leadership, or in terms of one thing I just want to make clear. When you write in the mains paper, mains examination, you just approach same thing. If you just write one thing, one point, make some another point in the keyword, in the point wise. And I am in the editorial session, in the session I always try to make my content, my topics in such a manner that if you just write down or note down this point, you having a already a spoon feeding content, okay. You don't need to worry about the how can I write in the mains examination, how I just organize the content, how I represent, or how my presentation looks like in our mains examination. Don't need to worry about. I'm here, I'm just giving you a spoon feeding content, okay. So yes, definitely in the within 40-50 minutes, uh, I deal with one topics, but one topics completely, I completely uh, deal with the different dimensions. If you read the newspaper, you come across the very limited points. For example, limited challenges are there. Any topic. For example, yesterday came across the one article about the governor. Okay, about the governor, article 200, about the article 200. So there are some little points are there, but if you just join this session within for about 40-50 minutes, you get more idea about this particular topic. Any topic. Suppose today we have a topic of articulation. Yesterday maybe another topic are there, but yes, definitely when we deal with any particular topic, I will always try to uh, deal with this topic in this comprehensive manner, okay. So this is all about. So mineral resources, natural oil, governance, leadership. Next point. Next point, that is the India needs to go beyond scientific approach. India needs to go beyond scientific approach. What does it mean? First, I will write here beyond scientific scientific approach. What does it mean? Suppose India and the like-minded country or the other nations just do some research and development, or the some research policies in the Arctic region. But apart from this, because this is scientific research in progress, but apart from this, those region or those little states having a tribal peoples, if India raise their voice in the global platform like UNGA of or India, uh, just listen their concerns of tribal peoples who basically located around this Arctic region. That means it basically go beyond the scientific approach. So yes, you can just substantiate here. Uh, raise concern, raise concern, raise concern for tribals, tribals. Okay. So that is the second point. Third point. Third point. Okay. Third point basically talks about the uh, towards the global ocean treaty. Global ocean treaty. What does it mean? It means the global global ocean treaty. Global ocean treaty means there should be a nodal agency who basically control, regulate, or make policy with respect to the Arctic region. But there is right now we have not any single region or single we can say authority or any no any presence of single treaty, which basically uh, for the interest of the Arctic region. So yes, definitely India, if India initiate this issues in the global platform, for example, if any treaty, if there should be any treaty in the Arctic region, definitely it will be more helpful for the mineral resources and the Arctic region, as well as the tribals are concerned. Okay, so yes, we have a global ocean treaty. We should have a global ocean treaty, and in this path, we have a again we have a uh, one governance, one governance policy. Okay, in this treaty, we have a governance governance policy. We have a uh, we have a administration issues, administration issues, etc. So the treaty is for the governance or the administration for the Arctic region. Okay. Now fine. Come to the next and the last point. That is a that is the safe and sustainable exploration. When you explore the Arctic region with respect to flora and fauna, or with respect to any resource minerals, in that time, safe and safe and sustainable resources. Okay, resources in Arctic region. In Arctic region, when there is safe and sustainable exploration, basically it promote the safe and sustainable resource exploration, and it may be possible from the efficient multi lateral actions. Okay, it may be possible through the multilateral actions. So you can substantiate this point with this. It needs a efficient multi multilateral action. Okay, so this is the final point. Okay, now I hope if any another point are there, please do let me know if any other point are there. If so, right now we have made 1, 2, 3, 4 point, but yes, definitely we every point we have a substantiated with different datas or examples. For example, India's opportunity we have in terms of mineral resources, natural oil, governance, and leadership. Okay, so India have an opportunity in terms of this four part. Again, next we have in the uh, beyond 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 scientific approach. We have again seen the raised concern for tribal peoples, and last and the third one is the global ocean treaty with respect to governance, with respect to administrations. Okay, last one is the safe and sustainable resources. Yes, we have because we know that resources are limited. Okay, so we have to use resources in such a manner that our generations or looks like a very sustainable in manner, because our generation can also use those resources. And again, I just want to say we have a sustainable development goal. Okay, sustainable development goal, we have a 17 SDG, and the main point, if we just find out the crux of this SDG 17, the main crux is in very briefly, I just want to say the main crux is make make the resources, or we just say utilize the resources in such a manner that our future generation can also use. Okay, so this is all about this uh, Arctic region. Okay, I hope you are getting my point. Now, if you have any doubt, please do let me know regarding this topic, or if you do not have any doubt, so I just want to inform you something if you are not aware about this one. This is basically a Sarvodaya. Sarvodaya basically a event or just we can say initiative from the ISPC's Exampur Hindi medium channel. Again, I repeating Hindi medium channel. This is for Hindi medium channel, not for English medium. From 9 October means Sunday evening 7 a.m. Sorry, evening 7 p.m. We have a great event and a great we can say the initiative from the Exampur, and in this initiative uh, you must have to join this particular initiative because what is Sarvodaya? If you uh, eagerly just want to know what is Sarvodaya, you must have to join this one. Okay. Next is the about the some courses in the Hindi medium. Again, I repeating Hindi medium. Okay. There are some courses regarding the AAGAZ batch, optional batch, and the optional combo batch, and the mantra batch. And right now we have a special discount with respect to the courses. We You have to apply IS 70 apply code, and you get avail the courses with a minimum and very discounted prices. Okay. Still, who still do not have a application of Exampur, please go to the Play Store and download download the Exampur Sarkari Naukri Prep, install it, register it, and you can access all the features having in the Exampur. Basically, the features is about the unlimited quiz and practices. The features is about free previous year solved question papers. Vivek, okay, thank you so much. Silky Somya. Free PDFs, structured paid courses, job alerts are there, and free daily, weekly, monthly current affairs. Okay, and you already have a if you have just access this application, you have a all exam previous year PDFs with solutions, and the live paid courses are there. Apart from this, still, if you face the challenges to purchase from purchasing, you can call this number, or if you cannot connect this number, please do WhatsApp this in this particular number. Okay. So this is all about the session. I hope you enjoyed the session, and again in the 4 p.m. I have again a polity session. I think you must do join the session for polity. So Vivek, Anil, thank you so much. Silky Soumya, thank you so much. So again we will meet in the next 5 minutes. Okay. So thank you so much.